We had a busy weekend, which we typically do. We have stuff going on, usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And this one rolled right into a little trip to Iowa for the tail end of their Tulip Festival, which was beautiful. My mom, a friend of ours, my sisters, and I stayed one night at a cute little Victorian. We brought our older girls and our little boys. We went shopping, played outside, and explored the Pella area. I'd actually never been there before. My sister has been a few times, told us that it was a really cute town, so we enjoyed getting to check that out. I also took tons of inspiration from the Airbnb we stayed in. I have been very back and forth in our cabinet design for one particular wall. Now, a lot of the cabinetry was really easy to make decisions on, but one particular wall, I wanted a standalone furniture type hutch that has the right proportions, that looks antique, original, and the wall space is longer than what hutches that I have seen before. So we sketched an idea. I thought it's too wide. I don't think that it has the right proportions. We shrunk it back down, but then in Pella, they of all things had a super wide hutch, and it was divided in 3 sections, some with drawers, some with doors. It was original to this, I would say, 1900 house or somewhere around that, very close, which is what we're going for in our new old house. And it was beautiful and the perfect inspiration that I needed for that piece. I also derived some inspiration from the screened-in porch. I shared in the design video for our new build that there is a back porch addition, I say that in quotation marks, that houses our pantry, laundry room, our mudroom, guest bath, the closet and bathroom for me and Luke's room, and it's all supposed to look like a porch. And I know sort of theoretically what this should look like just from observing lots of old houses from the outside, but I've never really been in a windowed in, if you will, a screened in all seasons porch that also has painted floors, beadboard on the ceiling, clapboard on the exterior of the house where this was obviously added on. And this house had all of it. So I took so much inspiration for something that we're going through right now, our build, that I can actually apply. Because I was sort of second guessing the painted floors and a few other details. But I just loved that room. It confirmed to me how much I love rooms like that. So I was able to pull a lot from it. It wasn't the intention of the trip, but it just happened that the house that one of my other sisters picked on Airbnb had the perfect inspiration for the build we're going through. So today is a bit of a catch-up day because it was the weekend. Then we were in Pella, Iowa until Monday night. And usually on Mondays, I restock groceries. I do a little bit of extra cleaning in the kitchen, in the bathroom. Now, there's always a lot of cleaning happening around our house, a lot of laundry, but there was even more today. And usually on Mondays, I do a little extra catch-up work. So this morning so far, I did a little cleanup in the kitchen, a few extra wipe downs of the sink, the cabinets, the oven, vacuuming the floor and shaking out the rug, cleaned up some breakfast, drank a little chocolate milk, got some milk in the Instant Pot for yogurt making, and now I'm going to tackle laundry. We're just all getting our feet back under us. We keep the house fairly minimal, so it's not too hard to do this. I've shown my laundry system on here a bunch, how I keep the little kids' laundry, the 3 youngest, right in the laundry room, which has always been in baskets, but they didn't fit very well in this laundry space. But we realized that there was perfect amount of space for a dresser. So we put that right between the washer and dryer, and now we have 3 drawers for the 3 little boys right in the laundry space. The more kids I have, the more I figure out how to streamline and simplify things so I can get everything done that I need to. It seems that everything I buy, if I'm not intentional about sourcing it properly, is full of all kinds of chemicals that I don't want to be exposing my family to. And when I started looking into all of these household products, I was shocked to find that laundry detergent is one of the biggest culprits, and it's something that we use every single day. Well, in our family, we do laundry multiple times a day. So many brands use harsh chemicals that can irritate your skin and pose health threats. I didn't want anything like that around my home. So in the laundry room, I switched to Earth Breeze. Their detergent sheets are free from harsh chemicals like dyes, parabens, phosphates, and preservatives, and they're way easier to use. No heavy plastic jugs, no mess. Just a pre-measured sheet that dissolves in seconds. I feel so much better knowing I'm not exposing myself, my family, to those unnecessary toxins. And my laundry still comes out fresh and clean. If you want a gentler clean without harsh chemicals, switch to Earth Breeze. They're backed by a 100% money back guarantee, so you can try it basically risk-free. Plus, right now you can get 40% off with your subscription with my link, which I'll leave down in the description box below. You can also use this QR code right here to grab that great 40% off discount and try Earth Breeze in your own home. There are better ways to make yogurt, but this is the easiest way to do it. I put a gallon of milk in my Instant Pot, press the saute, and just let it go the full 30 minutes. I don't monitor it. I don't check the temperature. My method for making yogurt is really simple. Come back, pull it out of the Instant Pot, and then stir it occasionally as it cools down throughout the day. Or if I'm not home, I don't worry about that at all. Once it's really cool, I add in some yogurt from a previous batch or a yogurt starter, set it for 8 hours. I don't worry about measuring the temperature on anything. I just get it really hot and really cold, and that works fine. So it's my very hands-off, easy, fast way of doing it. We have another Instant Pot insert that I keep in the fridge at all times, and I just keep refilling it with yogurt. I keep it full. We don't empty it all the way down and wash it and redo it. We just always have yogurt going in there. Now, every once in a while, I'll probably clean that, but it's been something that I've been doing for a while. It's not something I've always done. Lately, I'm like, this makes sense. Just always have a gallon of yogurt in the fridge for quick and easy snacks. Luke's trying to increase his protein all the time, so he can get a quick snack, add some blueberries to it. The kids get a quick snack. I usually eat it before bedtime. I also will throw some in a tea towel when we run out of sour cream, strain off some whey, which makes a thick Greek yogurt, which is perfect for sour cream. So just having a large amount of yogurt in the fridge all the time in a pot, in a designated spot in the fridge that's just always the yogurt pot, and my really easy way of making yogurt has been kind of a game changer for us. I really love zipping through the house and putting the robot vacuum to work. There's a little bit of prep work involved. I will take a broom and sweep out from underneath the edges of the rugs, since it can't really get under the rug, and then just let it loose all throughout the house. I try to keep kids in the backyard on days like this and just quickly get the house back in order. I'm not going for perfection. I'm just going for a reset for today. Now, in our living room, we are collecting stuff for our new old house build. We found a door that we think will be perfect for the front door. We also found some light fixtures. So they're just piled up here behind the couch, and I don't really have any good place to put it. This is just where it's going to stay until the framing gets to the point where we can put stuff in the house, or we can frame in the doors. Kind of a symbol of a bit of the chaos going on behind the scenes. I don't know if it's chaos, but there's a lot beyond just this regular house stuff going on with the house build. So yes, I'm tidying up our house and I'm doing laundry and getting everything back in order, but probably in my brain, I am thinking about the new build and all of the decisions to be made and keeping everything on track and communicating with different contractors and the builder and various aspects that we are sourcing for it. It's going slow, but it's also giving us plenty of time to do all of that stuff. So other than the house build and going to Pella, Iowa, something else exciting happened for us in the last week or so. We found out the gender of our baby. I started this YouTube channel back when I was pregnant with our 5th child, who was our 3rd boy. So we had 2 girls and 3 boys at that time. I shared my home birth story, and then throughout the years here on YouTube, I continued to share our life, which involved having babies and having home births, and each and every child that I've had in those years has been a boy. So if you kept count, we have 2 girls who will be turning 15 and 17 this fall, shortly after the baby is born, and 6 boys. So it has been almost 15 years. Well, no, it has been 15 years since I have been pregnant with a little girl. We found out the gender for our first 2 children. Then we didn't find out for 5 kids after that were all boys. And then on our last baby, I was like, let's just break the cycle of not finding out. Let's find out, because I think in my head, each time it was a boy, I was very happy about it. But I also, you kind of, the whole entire pregnancy think, oh, could it be a boy? Could it be a girl? And then all 5 times it was the same results. I'm like, I just want to find that out ahead of time this time. So we found out last time, and we decided we'd do the same this time. And for the first time ever, we brought all of our kids to the ultrasound. Never done that before. I don't even know if my older kids have been to an ultrasound at all. For a few pregnancies, we didn't even do an ultrasound. But then the last couple we have, but I didn't bring them with us. I did sort of like a little gender reveal to them. But this time I was like, let's just all go and find out the gender together. And lo and behold, not that this is too much of a shocker, I guess it's technically a 50-50 shot, we are having a girl. Cannot believe it. I mean, again, it shouldn't be a huge shock. I've had 2 girls in the past. It was, the very distant past. It's been a while. But it feels very much like we're very locked into having boys. And what's more, for those of you who follow my sister Laura over at Our Oily House, she did the exact same thing, which is crazy because it's not like we could plan this, obviously. It's not like we were like, hey, I have an idea. You have a daughter, because she had her first, was a daughter. I'll have 2 daughters. That way we have 3 little girls all together who are best friends with each other. And then after that, let's just shift. And between the 2 of us, we're very, very close. So we get together multiple times a week. Our families are extremely close. Let's just have 12 boys in a row. We'll have 12 boys. They'll be every year. So at one time, they will be 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We didn't plan that, obviously. It's been just a crazy, crazy journey because we both are 2 of 4 girls. And then we had our 3 daughters. And then just out of nowhere, 12 boys in a row between the 2 of us. And almost to the point where it's now we just expect a boy. Like when I went to this ultrasound, I was expecting a boy. And to be fully honest, this was the first time I'd say I probably didn't have a preference one way or the other. Now, after finding out the results, putting the ultrasound picture on the fridge with a little bow magnet on it, planning out outfits, and the girls want to sew all this stuff for her, making a list of girly names and a little note in my phone, we're excited. And I'm so glad that it's going to be a girl. But I didn't feel like, oh, it didn't have to be or I'd be devastated or anything. It's just really fun to think about what it might be like to have a teenage daughter so many years into the future. Because at this point, I thought, I had my girls, I have my teenage girls, they'll soon be adults. And so it kind of maybe looked like there would never be a little girl in our home again. I would never have a teenage girl again. I picture myself going out to lunch when I'm 55 with my 15-year-old daughter. And that's all really exciting. Just something I wasn't thinking about till it was a girl. And not that I won't be doing that with my sons too. Of course, there's certain things that girls seem to like to do more. And I wasn't sure if there would be another one of them. We came out today to check out the build progress and already ran into a snag. I didn't order quite enough floor joists, so we're back off work till Monday again. But I think I just have to learn to be really patient with this whole thing, because I think that's par for the course. I shared more about this on a podcast episode, our desire for a pool. We ended up going with a vinyl liner pool that is between the house and the barn. Now we're gonna need a lot of different areas and landscaping ideas between those 3 things so that it's all usable space. We have outside eating area, We really desire for our house to be a place where people want to come and hang out. And I know that I've been to so many places because they have a pool. I didn't want it super close to the house. We do have 6 swimmers right now and 2 non-swimmers. So we're doing a cover and all of that. But it's funny because back in the day, when I just had little kids, I would have never imagined I would have wanted this. Loved taking my kids to the pool. We'd go like every single day in the summer to a public pool or to friends, like anybody we could find. We don't have anybody super close to us that has a pool, but just anything we could find. But now that we have so many older kids, it seems more worth it to take all the precautions, to teach the younger ones to swim younger. We have so many people we want to invite over. We have so many events we want to host. I just want to be the house where everybody comes. And so that's kind of the vision for this. It's quite a challenge having a raw piece of land and trying to figure out where everything should go. You just have this open spot. And you're like, well, we could put it on this side of the barn. We can go on this side of the barn. We can go between the house and the barn. We can go right up next to the house. And we decided just to center it. And maybe we'll have like a eating area between the house and the pool. And then we'll have a bathroom in the barn so people could go to the bathroom in there. But then we also maybe want a lean-to eventually, not now, but someday, off this side of the barn. So that would push the pool a little closer to it. And I think just we had to start making decisions and then working within those parameters. And it's coming along very slowly, but I am very excited for next summer. Tessa Pinner from Garden Studio with Tessa Pinner here on YouTube reached out about helping to plan out raw land design. The sketch here is by Tessa. Between her and Ecclesia Designs, we've come up with some ideas. Now this is very long term, and the only reason that I even thought about putting this stuff in my head now, even though I know we won't get to any of it for a long time, is I wanted to be sure we were laying out the big things with a vision for what it could be like years down the road. So again, more to come. It won't look anything like this for so long. I just wanted to picture it more mature. So thank you so much, Tessa, for this beautiful watercolor, and Connor from Ecclesia Designs for helping us think through some of this stuff already. So this is kind of life right now, back and forth between the build and dreaming there, thinking about the future there, and then practically getting everything implemented right now so we can actually live there somewhat soon, and then making a simple dinner at home to feed our family. Earlier today, I put some soup bones in with some vegetable scraps like garlic and onion parts and carrots and celery, made a delicious, flavorful broth, and then pulled the meat off of the bones, added some fresh vegetables back in with some broth and seasoning and salt, and the meat and some barley to make a nice simple soup here tonight. One of those things you can have going throughout the day so you can come and go and still know that dinner will be taken care of later, which is what is happening a lot right now. It happens every summer because we just go do things. It's way more fun to get out of the house, enjoy nature, all of that. But then now even more so because we're out at the farm checking in on things. Well, thank you all so much for following along, for all of your kind words and well wishes. I was overwhelmed by all of your support over on our pregnancy announcement video, and I would love to share with you the joy of announcing that it's a girl and all the fun and exciting things unfolding in our lives right now. You continuing to follow along and support all of that just means the world to us.